Greetings, everyone. This is the Terrors of Halloween here. Well, just thought I change up the intro a little bit for this video. So, but anyway, just wanted to come on here and talk about some unfortunate news that's going on for Halloween Haunt at Worlds of Fun this year for the 2026 haunt season. So, just got news from the Screamsters Halloween Haunt Facebook group that I'm in. I've been in it for quite some time since I started scare acting, and I've been with that group ever since. So, I just got news from that Facebook group that I'm in, and they were saying that two attractions are not going to be opening this year. One that is Peter's Dead Harvest, the one that is also right next to Cornstalkers, because they're like neighbors. Like, you got Cornstalkers here, and then you got Peter's Dead Harvest here, and yes, and also the second attraction that's not going to be open this year is Ripper Alley, the one I was going to be in this year. So yeah, very shocked that it's not going to be opening this year, and I was really looking forward to bringing this character to life. That is Victor Calloway, the Dark Spirit of Whitechapel, and I was really looking forward to it because I've honestly never been in Ripper. I've seen their makeup looks, and it's fantastic. I love the whole like black cloaks that they wear and the top hats, like, and their faces are all like pale, like they're dead. Well, they're supposed to be dead. They're supposed to be spirits of the town of Whitechapel, where the 1888 murders of Jack the Ripper, where it all took place. Of course, that was also based on a true case. And so, yeah, I really did like their looks. They were very good, and I've honestly never been in Ripper before, and unfortunately, will not get to have that opportunity to be at Ripper Alley this year because they're not going to be opening. Very shocked, and I've heard that Worlds of Fun is not doing very well with this new company that is called what was it called? Enchanted Parks. Yeah, that's what the new company is that's owning Worlds of Fun. They're running the whole new business. So Six Flags sold their parks, sold out, and then a new company emerged called Enchanted Parks. I think they're owning other Cedar Fair parks like Knott's Berry Farm and I think Keen's Dominion, Keen's Island, and I think all the other Cedar Fair parks that they're owning. I believe, I don't know. I might be right or wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, they're not doing very well that I've heard. They're pretty much going downhill again, like how it was last year. Last year was bad. Now this year, oh boy, it's kind of becoming a wreck this year. I don't know what is going on. I really hope they can, straighten up this year, and I'm hopefully Haunt's gonna go well. That's all I gotta say. It's just I'm really hoping Haunt is gonna go well. Hope it's not gonna be very weird with all the new changes and stuff like that. Well, I mean they're doing something with the company, and I don't know, and it's just I really hope they will succeed because I would hate for them to go out of business. I would hate that, and we wouldn't have a Worlds of Fun, and where else am I gonna go? And might as well work at Spirit Halloween or go to, well, I don't know. Well, I mean, the Beast and Edge of Hell is fun, but I don't know if I would want to do that. I mean, it's an awesome haunted house in downtown Kansas City, but there's a lot of uh like horrible people down there that will swing at actors. I've heard those stories that some people get pretty dumb and they want to swing at the scare actors over there. It's kind of bad, and I don't want that happening to me. And I'm glad that had to happen. So, but I've heard that they're not getting rid of the building. That's what I've heard. They're doing something with it. Either they're doing some sort of renovation with the building, or adding in some new, like, maybe props, or maybe an animatronic, or I don't know. But yeah, I mean, they're not going to open this year. That's the news, the unfortunate news that I heard. Very disappointing, unfortunately. I was really looking forward to being at Rippers, so unfortunately that's not going to happen. And but they're doing something with it. I don't know what they're doing with the whole building. I'm hoping they're going to keep it. I'm hoping Ripper Alley is still going to be there, maybe for next year. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be like for 2027, if either they're changing up Ripper Alley, they're making it into a whole new theme haunted attraction. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So let's just get prepared and find out what's going to happen. That's all I can say, because I don't know anything yet. But the information that I got, that, sadly, Ripper's not going to open. That's one I wanted to be in this year. And then Peter's Dead Harvest, that's not going to open either. So I think those were the only two attractions that are not going to be opening. Or maybe they're going to do the same thing. They're doing renovations. I'm hoping that's what they're doing. I don't know what they're going to do with it. They're going to maybe change it to a whole. I hope not. I really hope not. That they're not going to do that. So, but yeah. Anywho, yeah. That's the unfortunate news. I was pretty shocked to hear, because I loved Ripper Alley. The whole makeup for the characters are very well done. Like, their whole faces are pale and dead, and the whole makeup look is so fantastic. I love the whole, like, I love the whole Victorian London type theme for a haunted house, and I was really looking forward to being in that one. But it's not gonna happen this year, unfortunately. Maybe next year. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, and I was thinking about, I forgot to say this part. So, I might as well go back to Lore of the Vampire, the haunted attraction that I was in last year when I betrayed myself as Count Malice, the head vampire, the leader of all of his army of vampires and werewolves. That's his realm. Of course, yeah. Of course, we all, well, probably you guys already know that character came from Dr. Neville Stone's Graveyard House of Terror, and he's been, and also he's been a character for the Home Haunt for like many of years since I started this Home Haunt back in 2022. Before, I didn't have a storyline. I mean, now I do. Now this is a storytelling haunted house, because that's what we are. And Count Malice has been one of the icon characters at the haunt ever since. And I decided, like, hey, since I was going to be at Lore of the Vampire after I left Cornstalkers, and I figured, let's bring a character from the home haunt to the big boy haunts, and let's see how it goes. And it went well. I loved it. And I mean, even though things weren't going very well last year, the whole Six Flags thing, but they're not. But Six Flags is not emerging anymore. There's a whole new business that came in, and they're owning the business now. So, but yeah. Anyway, so I loved every single one. I loved the whole detail of the house. It was very good, and I love that little bat animatronic. It's in the coffin room. It's like, well, basically it hangs upside down and then it drops. It's like, I think it's like a Poison Props animation that they had over there. I love that. That was pretty cool. That they had like a hanging bat creature animatronic that that drops down and it scares people. It's a very cool animation. I've saw that animation. It was very cool. It's in the coffin room. After you enter the coffin room, you go outside. There's like a whole like cemetery theme in there, and there's like a room full of coffins, and like you're in the whole like funeral section, like where all like the other coffins are at. I think that's like where all the other vampires sleep during the day. Count Malice's vampire army sleep there during the day, and then yeah, and then people go down and there's like a sewer that they go down in. It's very cool. So yeah, anyway, might as well just go back to Lore of the Vampire, unfortunately. And even though it's just not very happy of the whole thing, what's going on with Ripper, and that they're not going to open, but again, the building will still be there, but they're doing something with it. I do not know. That's all the information that I got. I don't know anything yet until we got a rehire event coming up. It's on July 19th. It's at 4 p.m. I will be there. And I'll probably talk to one of the supervisors if this is really true, that if Ripper is really going away, or no, I shouldn't say that. I mean, that Ripper is not going to open this year, and then I'll might as well go back to Lore of the Vampire where I was last year. Then I'll play Count Malice. Why not? I will do it. I mean, that's just the only choice I can do, because I said I wasn't going to do Cornstalkers again because I was done with it. And again, the reason why, because Cornstalkers has not gotten any renovations whatsoever, and they need to. They haven't done it. They gotten pretty lazy. There's just a bunch of dry rotted props in there that are very old, and they're the latex is all dry rotted. They're very old. They haven't done anything with it. And they need to get some new animations too. That's what I've kind of explained before. That they need to like maybe add in, maybe not too much animatronics. Maybe just have a couple of them. Maybe like the one that the scarecrows can jump down and scare people. That'll be cool. And yeah, unfortunately, that one hasn't gotten any renovations whatsoever. I wanted to move on. It was time to move on. It's just, it didn't seem, Cornstalkers didn't really seem the same anymore. I think all my friends just left, and it just didn't feel the same anymore, and that's why I left. And then I just transferred to Lore of the Vampire, and then, portray as Count Malice from Neville Stones' Graveyard. And so, and that then brought that character to life, and he was a big hit last year. So how about we can just bring this character back again and make him a more of a big hit. That way people can know the storyline of Count Malice and who he is, where he comes from, and and tell his story, because because me, I'm a storyteller. I tell all these immersive stories for my characters, and that's what I am. So again, I don't know. I don't know what's going on this year, and that's the only information that I have. I don't know anything else yet. I think they're adding in. Oh wait, there's also another information I forgot to add in. I think they're adding in a scare zone. I think the clowns might be coming back. So, okay, or I think they said it's called Clowns, or okay. I mean, that name's too generic. They could have came up with a better name for. I mean, if that's what the scare zone is called, just called Clowns, and that's it. It's like, okay, well, you can come up with a better name, maybe like Circus of Evil or Carnival of Evil, or I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. It could be like possessed demon-looking clowns with like sharp teeth. I mean, we see a lot of clowns at haunted attractions that have these razor sharp teeth, and they're like demons. They're like non-human clown type characters. They're demons, basically. I mean, I think clowns are getting very overrated, in my opinion. I mean, they're cool, but it's just, they're getting very overrated a little bit. I mean, clowns are everywhere in the haunt industry. A bunch of clowns. I mean, I'm more into like vampire type theme haunts, and having vampire characters, werewolves, and like zombies in graveyards. Those are my favorites. I mean, at our haunt we have undead deceased zombies, and in my haunt, because they're a part of the whole storyline and stuff like that. So that's what I heard that they're doing, and I don't know where the scare zone is going to be located at this year, and I don't know. Who knows? We'll just Yeah, they had that other clowns. It was a stage show that they had. It was called Last Laugh. I wasn't a fan of it. It was kind of dumb. They had it year before and they had it last year, and I was just like, I was not a fan. They really made the clowns into a whole joke. They weren't, the makeup wasn't scary. It didn't look sinister. It just looked too family friendly. And I think they've gotten pretty soft. And they need to go back to the extreme stuff, how as they used to have it for Halloween Haunt. Even when I went as a kid, Halloween Haunt, like for the characters, like they look pretty scary. Even for Lore of the Vampire, some of the vampire characters were very, very, very good. And I love the whole vampire looks, and yeah, it's very cool. I miss the old days of Haunt. Well, yeah, I mean, I went there ever since I was a kid, and now look where I've gone now. I've grew up to be this scare actor. That's where I wanted to go. I wanted to be a scare. I mean, that's where I wanted to be at Halloween Haunted Worlds of Fun as a scare actor, and now this is my sixth year, and it's crazy. Like going back to 2021, I started off small and I've gotten bigger over the years with my characters. For my first year, I didn't know what to do. And then that's how I created Charles the Scarecrow Harvester. Well, once he was the Charles the Scarecrow Killer, then I kind of changed up the name a little bit. But I didn't change up the name Charles, but it was Charles the Scarecrow Harvester because he's the harvester of souls. He's a soul-feeding entity that feeds on souls for power. And he's taken over by this evil entity known as the Darkness. And, well, yeah, I've told the story multiple times. But, yeah, so that's kind of all the information that I have. I don't know anything else yet. And it's just sad that Ripper is not going to open this year. I was about to say it's going away. I shouldn't say that because it's not. The building is still going to be there, but it's just they're not opening it this year, and it's just very frustrating. I was really looking forward to bringing Victor Calloway to life because I wanted to play this character for the first year, so that way people can know the legend of Victor, tell his story, and show the audience what I got for this character. And and again, I've been practicing like many lines for this character, like a little bit of British accent here and there. So yeah, that's kind of what he was going to sound like, even though that it's not going to open this year, and it's very disappointing. A lot of people were disappointed. Some people that worked for Ripper, well, originally it was called London Terror. Back in the day, it used to be a outdoor walk-through haunted attraction where you're walking through the whole London themed town. That I remember as a kid. It was cool, and they got and also their makeup looks have these like little metal parts in their faces. I forgot what they're called. It's like steampunk. Yeah, there you go, steampunk. It was like a steampunk themed haunt. That one, it was a long time ago, and they got like these metal parts that are sticking out of their faces. That's what I remember what their makeup look used to look like, and then they changed to London Terror Square, and then it became Ripper Alley, and that's kind of how it became a pretty big deal. And yeah, so. No, unfortunately not going to happen this year. Hopefully next year, I don't know. I'm hoping they're not going to change it into anything else. But I really hope not. I'm hoping it's going to stay for next year. Hopefully they might come out with something new. They might change up like the whole theming inside Ripper. Maybe add in some new static props and maybe a animatronic here and there, or I don't know. I don't know anything yet. I'm just assuming what they're gonna do, and we'll see about next year. I don't know. That's all I got. I don't know anything yet. Excuse me, I had to take a drink of water. So we'll just have to wait and see till next year. If Ripper is still not gonna be there this year, then might as well just stick with Lore of the Vampire. Why not? So might as well just do that. And see how this haunt season goes. I'm really hoping it's not going to go bad. or anything's gonna go wrong. I'm tired of all the messed ups. It feels like it's an every year thing. It's getting very, very tiring. Like Worlds of Fun messes up this and that. It's just they really need to step up their game. And I'm hoping Haunt is gonna be better than it was last year. So I'm just hoping there's not gonna be any more mishaps. And that's kind of it. So but anyway, gonna leave this video off from here. So just wanted to come on here and tell the unfortunate news and some news updates for Haunt for this year. Of course, I'm wearing a t-shirt. I think it says Haunt lives here, I think, and it's like a glow-in-the-dark t-shirt. So, but yeah, fortunately, no Ripper this year. It's sad. I wanted to be in Ripper to play Victor Calloway as, you know, the Dark Spirit of Whitechapel. And also, he's the copycat Ripper from 1889. Also, after the events took place in 1888, after the Ripper was never caught. And then Victor Calloway became the copycat of Jack the Ripper. Wanted to finish the Ripper's work and wanted to continue the legacy of the killer. And then, you know, he killed up to 7 victims and then they hung him. And he was caught. And then he comes back as a dark spirit of Whitechapel. And now he seeks revenge. He wants revenge. And now he's become a soul-feeding entity of Whitechapel. And that was the character I wanted to bring to life. And it's not going to happen this year. So, I mean, I'll still hold on to the character. I might as well maybe just do it for TikTok. Why not? I can maybe just do that. If you want to follow my TikTok, it's, I think Tyler Tears of Halloween 31. I'll have to look at it again. I don't remember. So, just figured I'd get on here, just talk about that. It's kind of rant this year, so I guess, you know, it's getting pretty bad, and I'm hoping they're gonna succeed. I would really love for them to succeed this year, especially for Haunt. I want them to succeed, not fail. And just, you know, a lot of people were complaining about this year of what's going on, and like rides weren't open and the food courts weren't open. So all I can say is let's hope they do well. I have faith in Worlds of Fun. I would hate for them to go out of business if they keep this up, and there's not going to be a Worlds of Fun anymore if they keep this up, or a Haunt, and that's going to be bad. That's all I can say. So, but yeah, anyway, I'm going to get off of here. And also, stay tuned for another video I'm going to come out that, well, if you've seen my post on my community page, that I went to the Villisca Axe Murder House in Villisca, Iowa. And I will talk about that in a whole different video, and I'll tell you a little bit of a story about Villisca. The Villisca House in Iowa, I mean, that cannot talk. Then I'll talk about that in a different video. But yeah, I mean, I had a whole good experience there. There's some strong energy there. So, but yeah, anyway, I'll talk about that in another video. So stay tuned for that, and also stay tuned for some Haunt updates. Well, especially Worlds of Fun's Haunt, and I'll eventually give you an update what's gonna happen. I don't know anything. I don't know much yet, so I'll give you a little update if I'm not busy, because I'm gonna be pretty busy on the 19th because I got the Rehire theme event going on, and I do want to talk to them about Ripper. That it's not gonna happen this year, and so I mean that well, that's pretty much it. So but yeah, so stay tuned for some more Haunt videos that will be coming up, and some Dr. Nevillestone's Graveyard House of Terror Haunt videos. That's going to be coming out pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys in the next spooky video. I'll give you more updates of Haunt when I can. See what happens this year. All I can say is let's just see how they do. That's all I can say. We'll see. let's just see how Haunt really goes. I got my fingers crossed that hopefully it's going to be better than last year, and we'll find out. So, anyway, I'm going to get off of here, and I'll see you guys in the next Haunt video. Bye-bye, everybody. Happy hauntings. See you next time.